now we never sleep. Big lights, big city, got that energy. Big lights, big city, electricity. We party all night, yeah.
That's actually nice. My name is Sophie, I'm 23 years old, and I live in London, England. For work, I do fashion modeling and content creating, just like social media things. So I don't have to stay in one place. I can kind of just go wherever. And also I get free clothes, so that's nice. I don't like green, but if this was bright yellow, I'd like it. I like standing out stuff. I like to go out, I like to dance, be with friends, have a good time. I was clubbing at 12. In America, I'm sure that looks absolutely crazy. But in Europe, if you look old enough, you can go to the clubs. They don't really care. My family is wealthy. Basically, my granddad's a really hardworking man. I don't really ask about what he does. I just know he made a lot of money. So, that's why we always just lived, in nice houses. I went to private school. I've traveled a lot of places. So, I'm really lucky for that. But I also had a lot of really tough experiences in life. I'm actually mixed race, so my dad is black and my mom is white. I was raised in Spain where there wasn't any black people, so I was the only mixed kid or a black kid in the whole school. And as a kid, I was bullied. I didn't really have any friends and I just struggled to fit in. But even though I went through a lot of difficult things, I'm still thankful for them because those experiences led me to the person I am today and also led me to the love of my life, Rob. You got supernatural power. Before I met Rob, I was following a bunch of Instagram pages for cute mixed race guys. And then I saw Rob on there. He was actually the only guy from that page that I followed just because I thought he was so cute. I wouldn't tell him that though, he'd get a massive head.
Here we go. That'll get the pump we need.
I'm Rob, I'm 32 years old, and I live in Los Angeles.
2 days until you got your wifey in town looking at you what you been doing? You been working out?
I do care about looks. I care about both looks and personality, but I care about looks a lot, too. I feel like I'm a good-looking guy, so people can kiss my ass on me being shallow and wanting a good-looking girl, but I'm gonna keep it real. I wanted a fine-ass woman. And Sophie is the hottest person I've been with, and that's what I've been looking for. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, and one of my jobs was being a model, so I would get a lot of women who reach out to me on social media. Usually I would just ignore them. But when Sophie followed me, I was like, oh. She's stunning. Who is she? Is she even real? She followed me. One of the first things I said to her was, if I had a girl like you, I could stop looking. And then sparked a conversation with her and shot my shot, and I must have made that shot.
I don't know, Rob's, I guess, not smooth. I'm not even gonna call him smooth, but he said all the right things to me. I kind of texted him back and entertained it a bit, and then literally after the first day, he FaceTimed me. That's very bold, and I don't know if it's an American thing or what, but you don't just FaceTime them after they reply to you and you don't know them. I accepted the call and I was like, hello, why are you calling me? And he was like, oh, I just want to see if you're real. And I was like, yeah, I'm real. And at first I was a bit weirded out, but then I was like, oh, he's very confident just to do that.
I love you, baby.
That FaceTime lasted 8 hours. On FaceTime, what do you even talk about for someone for 8 hours? But we was just talking non-stop. There was never any silences. Even though we were from opposite sides of the world, and I know I was raised in a nice area and he was raised in a rough area, but even with that, we've had very similar childhood experiences in terms of racism stuff, and he never fit in with anyone and he was bullied as well. Even though we've been brought up different ways, I think we both felt the connection that was just we haven't really found it anywhere else. Cringe.
We talked for 6 months, and then she came to Los Angeles, and we went from having never met to living together for 2 months.
Before I ever met Rob in real life, I'd only ever seen him on video call with his face all up on the camera. So when I first saw him in person, he kind of just looked like he had a pea head. It looks like his head is like stuck on someone else's body. One time.
At the end of it all, we both felt like we, even in those 2 months, had gotten comfortable with each other.
I'd heard about the K1 visa before, and I just kind of put the idea in his head, like, this is a solution. And it was so awkward, because it was like, this basically means I'm proposing. He was like, so, like, you're asking if we should get engaged? And I was like, is it fine?
Keep it up. It'll be worth it.
She is due to show up here very soon, and this journey all comes down to this. It's very nerve-wracking.
We're just gonna take these, you know, just in case. Last thing I want is some uninvited guests.
I ended up falling in love with someone who fell in love with me back, who has a completely different background. And sometimes it just seems like Sophie really can relate to me. She's lived in really nice places where she didn't have to pay the rent. She's even used to maids. It's far from the real world.
Just throw one under there.
She's still got spoiled rich girl tendencies. I'm gonna have to bring her a little bit down to earth. She's gonna have to learn that, you know, it's not that easy, and being with me is not gonna be a cakewalk. And at the end of the day, marrying Sophie needs to feel like it's gonna work. If I feel like it's just not gonna work, then I don't wanna do that to myself. And I don't wanna do it to her either. So currently I live in Inglewood with my dog, Rome. He's my best friend. I've had him for over 10 years, since he was 3 months old. We've been through it all together.
Come on, no eating grass. Come on.
There's definitely some really nice, cool spots in Inglewood, and then there's some, you know, worst parts of Inglewood that people probably seen on the news in the 90s or something. It's kind of like a really loud street and not necessarily somewhere that Sophie should just be like walking around at night. She's seen my crib because when she came to LA the first time, we stayed in my crib. I think she would like me to not still be there, but you know, that's just not how it played out.
Man, this is gonna be a problem.
So right now I'm living in a studio apartment, and it might not be the nicest, but it has everything I need. The only thing I don't have is a bathroom in the apartment. You have to walk across the courtyard to get to it, which I can see that being annoying, especially if you gotta go to the bathroom like in the middle of the night. But it hasn't bothered me so much. I mean, I used to live on a mountain in Oregon, so walking to the bathroom is better than walking 40 yards so that you're out of sight.
All right, babe. Yeah, I got plenty of work to do to get this place ready. That's nasty.
I know that this is not the ideal place to bring a princess to live, but this will be a part of the story of me and Sophie one day, where we'll tell our kids, like, yeah, I brought your mom into LA, took her straight to the hood, and she was all nervous. They'll be like, wow, like, that's crazy. You guys are so happy now. We got a nice house, and we have all the stuff we want. I'll be like, y'all have no idea. You don't know what it's like.